There are some grim places in Freetown, but none grimmer than a slum called Jamaica, which tumbles down the hill to a stream. The stream is Jamaica's lavatory. We are taken there by local resident Alfred Brown. So here we are at the place where everybody goes
to toilet, yes.
And there's a boy relieving himself.
Toilet, yes.
And that's going on all day.
All along. Yes, that's how we do things here.
But there are people living just right next to
people living there. These are all residents. These are all people living in this place.
Okay.
Doing things normally, going to work, doing that.
So it can't be very healthy around here.
It can't be very healthy. People can get sick at all times because the place is already all along polluted. All along mosquitoes can get and bite people. People are suffering, no toilet facilities, no nothing.
Alfred Brown leads me to see spokesman Francis Macaulay.
One toilet is not in this community.
Gosh.
We fight all about to get this toilet, but nowhere up to this time.
So it's not good?
Not good at all for any of we here.
Why can't you dig your own latrines? Why not?
Because of financial constraints. So we are unable. We cannot.
Robin, looking at the landscape, we can see it is very rocky.
Yeah.
I have a feel that they have a problem boring holes to fix the toilets.
Okay.
You can see from the landscape that once they start, they get the meet hard rocks and it stops. Even the house that are constructed here, you can see they have no foundation. Okay. And I think the brunt of the problem is because they cannot break through the stones. They need machines to bore the ground so that they can be able to have toilets.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You would think that in such a desperate place, crime would be a serious problem. Not so, according to Dominic T. Johnson, the local chairman.
No, we have no crime in this surrounding because everything is under law. We make sure that we don't have no criminal amongst us. Anybody we caught doing crime, they will face the penalty of the law.
So if you catch somebody stealing, what do you do?
We will take him to the police station. We'll hand over him to the police station.
So you have to arrest him yourself?
Yes.
And take him by force?
We'll take him by force.
So there's no crime here at all?
No crime. Everything is under control. Rules and regulation. So if you go above the law will take a course.
Not everyone, of course, lives in squalor. In the hills just above Freetown, at a place called Leicester, I meet Professor Eldred Jones, the retired former principal of Fora Bay College. He remembers Freetown before it got grim.
Oh, as a young man, it was a very exciting place to be. As a young man, I went to good schools. I played games, I played cricket, I played tennis, I acted, there was a good amateur theatre, good music. It was a very exciting place to live.
Was it just something that the rich could enjoy, or could the poor also enjoy it?
Well, I wasn't rich, and I enjoyed it. And cricket, of course, was played not by the privileged, not just by the privileged, but all the areas of Freetown had their cricket clubs. South End Cricket Club, East End Games Club, South End Tyrants. The city had integrity. People knew what they meant to the areas in which they lived. And their religious life, their social life was, integrated. And I certainly enjoyed myself as a young Freetonian.
Have the people of Freetown changed as well? Are they less gentle than they were?
Well, right now I would say yes. There's a climate of violence. It has changed, and I think that possibly is attributable partly to the war, and partly to overcrowding, where people just cannot help colliding with each other in their daily lives.
The war's been over for some years now.
Yes.
Do you see any signs that things are going to get better?
Oh, I'm sure things are going to get better. I think we're settling down. And I think, considering what a terrible time the war was, I think we've achieved a considerable amount of recovery. Even this peaceful village where I now live was the center of AK-47 gunfire, which shook you out of your skin, because we had a rebel camp in the hill just above us, and every time a plane flew over, the little boys took out their guns and terrified the area with their firing.
Did you think you were going to die during the war?
Yes, there were times when we thought we were within inches of death. In fact, we had an improvised air raid shelter within the house where there were 3 concrete walls where we threw down a mattress and slept. Yes, we were in considerable danger, not just from the rebels, because sometimes the defense forces were trying to fire over this village to encampments on the other side of the hill, and the shells fell short, so we were in danger of being killed by friendly fire as well as enemy fire.
Do you think you might need this air raid shelter again?
I hope not. I don't see too many signs of that. I think the fact that we were able to conduct a general and presidential election with as much facility as we did and with the reasonable results that we achieved suggests that we may have come out of the worst of our troubles.
Sierra Leone has only recently come through elections. They resulted in a change of government. Out went the SLPP, in came the APC, and a new president, Ernest Bai Koroma. It was Koroma that had promised that Freetown's lights would come back on, and that promise at least has been fulfilled. To test the political temperature, Eliha and I make a quick dash to Parliament. Eliha is the parliamentary correspondent for Mount Oriole Radio, and everyone seems to know her. MPs don't seem to work too hard. They sit for just 2 days a week. But the mood appears to be genial. This is the Honourable Emmanuel W. Tommy of the losing SLPP. He didn't seem too bitter at being thrown out of office.
We lost the election, but we accepted it in good faith.
So what's it like in Parliament now?
It's fine and good.
You used to be the ruling party. Now you're not the ruling party. Is that depressing?
It's never depressing because such is life. One must expect, if you expect success in life, you must expect another man to succeed in life. So it's vice versa. I'm not depressed about it because it's politics. We look for chance, another chance.
But not to have power, isn't that distressing?
I don't believe if I'm taken out of power, I have to be distressed about it because that's not the end of my life.
The majority leader of the ruling APC is the Honourable Eddie Toure.
As far as we are concerned in Parliament, there's no bitterness at all. In Parliament, there's no bitterness at all. We move together, work together, we rapport together, and we debate bills together, and we show an understanding, because at the end of the day, it's for the interest of the country.
Presumably the SLPP is not happy being out of office.
Oh, certainly not, of course. I don't expect to be happy because we beat them up, hands down. But that's the game, that's democracy. You win or you lose.
It's not long you've come out of a civil war. Are politics in this country now healthy or not?
Honestly, it's healthy, Robin. I'm telling you, it's very, very healthy.
Could you go back to war again?
Never, and I pray God, never, 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 never in my lifetime. Never, never. We are tired. People are tired.
Of course, this love-in between the parties will probably not last. So I seek out the man who will have to keep them in order when the daggers are drawn.